Today is Mark Meadow, Dr. Mark Meadow, who I've known for more years than either one of us want to admit. But Mark is a Liberty boy, and I've known him since he was in school. His brother, his lovely mom, and his dad, and we were all townies. And Mark is kind of unusual. He worked at the hotel, as many guys did, but he didn't come from New York. Mark, when did you start working at the hotel?
I really only worked at the hotel full-time one summer, the summer of 1966. But of course, my connection to the hotel went way, way, way back. My very first experience with Grossingers is still so clear in my mind. I was sitting with my dad on two milk crates in front of our dairy on North Main Street in Liberty one day, and two gentlemen were walking up the street. I was 5 years old at the time, and my father told me to stand up and come with him, and he walked me over to these two men, and he stopped and shook hands with one of the men and said something to him, and I didn't know who either of these men were, except to me they were huge men. And he said to me, Champ, I want you to meet my son Mark. Mark, this is Rocky Marciano, the heavyweight champion of the world. And I'm not even sure I really knew the name Rocky Marciano at 5 or 6 years old, but I knew that he was somebody special if my father would have stopped him on the street to introduce him to me. Well, skip ahead 2 or 3 years, and my brother and I went up to watch Rocky train at the old ski lodge. And after he trained, and he was all finished, and we would watch him banging the bag around, and the bag was flying all over the place. He was so strong. And everybody left. My brother Barry and I walked up to the heavy bag, and I'll never forget, because on the heavy bag, the words were inscribed, "The Rock." That's what it said on the heavy bag. And both Barry and I looked around, there was nobody there, and we hit that bag as hard as we could for as long as we could. And I'm telling you, that bag never moved an inch, not 1 inch. Finally, one of the trainers came out and kicked us out of there. And he said, "By the way, boys, you better start looking for a different profession when you get older." But I remember that, and I thought about it, and I said, I don't know what I'm going to do when I grow up, but I don't think this is the right job for me.